Hello, guys. Today we'll be reviewing the movie Twister. So, Twister is the old classic movie about tornadoes and stuff. It's extremely similar to the other movie, Into the Storm. But I think this movie had way less emotional weight in this movie than the other one. Even though this movie has a slightly higher score on IMDb than a 5.8, I still think Into the Storm was a better movie. But Twister still had pretty good moments in the movie, with the especially the most famous scene I think in the movie, which is the fourth scene literally shown about this movie, is the cow. Of course, that's the famous scene that everybody remembers from the movie. The movie is kind of cheesy as well. The at the beginning there is a sad moment where in the beginning of the movie where a tornado hit the house and they had to go into the shelter and the father died. That was pretty sad moment at the beginning of the movie. But again, some of this movie is pretty cheesy. For example, they get back together because the other girl backs out him because of his job because he didn't want him to chase tornadoes, which is what he did essentially. So yeah, this movie is pretty cheesy. It is pretty. Some of the parts of this movie is pretty outdated, including the CG with the cows, as well. This movie is still pretty good. It's still good, but it's not mediocre. It's still good. My score is actually very close to the IMDb score, around a 6 out of 10. Pretty similar to the IMDb score. So it's actually much more closer to the score to the other one, which is pretty accurate as well. This movie is okay. It isn't mediocre, but it's okay. It's a pretty fun movie, a pretty entertaining movie as well. And yep, and also I also changed two movie scores. This movie I watched called Pepper, I always changed down 6 out of 10, and the Practical Jokers, the movie, I always changed down to a 6 out of 10. I just want to tell you guys that. That's basically it. Goodbye.